here, go to YouTube and watch the video portion of this podcast. What's up, everybody? I am here. I'm an elf. I got my gold Starbucks cup. And welcome back to the Tingles and Triggers podcast. I am your host, is with the mostest, Trisha Betis. So, I'm actually getting really into the holiday spirit this year. Not only is my YouTube channel is keeping me motivated, my ASMR, I have so many fun holiday creative ideas for that. A lot of suggestions from you guys, but we have a beautiful house that we're going to be in this year for Christmas. Last year we didn't get to really decorate this house or celebrate because we got married and we went on vacation and honeymoons, but we have a baby this year. Our first Christmas, we want to make it magical and special, and we're going to put lights on the palm tree, put lights on the gate, put lights. We already have our family room decorated. We're going to get the big Grinch at Home Depot, you know, that big 6-foot Grinch. We have Hanukkah, we have my husband's family coming in, we have my family coming in. It's going to be just a fun celebration of Hanukkah, Christmas, the holiday spirit, the lights, the glam, everything. Our big tree just went up, and this sounds so like a Hallmark movie, but I call it the town square. It's where kind of all the shops are at and all the restaurants, and they just put up the big Christmas tree, and I love this big Christmas tree. It is huge. It is the biggest one, I swear, even bigger than the one at the Grove in LA. But what's really exciting is this year they have a little Santa's cottage right next to the tree, so that means Santa's gonna be here to take pictures, and the kids get to meet Santa. I always loved taking a Santa picture. I did it as an adult, so I'm so excited to be able to take her. At what age can you I don't know, because I don't even think she could sit up, so I guess you have to go and sit with her with Santa. But does anybody even let their child sit on Santa's lap anymore? Not in a weird way, but I feel with so many things that could go wrong, or the day of TikTok, or Karen's or whatever, does anyone even feel comfortable, do you know what I mean? It's more of a liability thing. I'm not talking a sexual thing, I'm talking a liability, right? If your baby sits on Santa's lap and let's say they get traumatized from Santa, the smell of Santa, or they get traumatized by Santa, bad breath, or he says something weird, or what if the kid is pees on Santa, what if the kid kicks Santa? There's so many different liabilities. Is it even a thing anymore? I know that's kind of sad, because when I was a kid, we waited in line to meet Santa. It was a big thing. It was magical. I loved it. I actually loved meeting Santa. I loved all those magical things, putting cookies out for Santa, and seeing that Santa would eat the cookies. And you know what's crazy is I remember all of that magic, and really being excited for Santa, but I don't really know when I found out Santa wasn't real. I don't really recall anyone even telling me, or I just figured it out. I don't know. You think that would be a monumental time for a child, is finding out Santa isn't real, but I loved all the magic. You know what I really loved and I really believed in, and I swear I was this has to be a lie, is I really believed in the Tooth Fairy. I swore the Tooth Fairy was real. I even wrote notes to the Tooth Fairy when I would lose my teeth. Instead of money, I would ask for I talk about this a lot. When I was a little girl in Target, there was this leopard print dress that I was obsessed with. It looked like Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. I wanted this leopard print dress so badly. I wrote to Santa for it, didn't get it. I wrote to the Tooth Fairy multiple times. I'm all I want is this leopard print dress. That's all I want. Didn't get it. I also wanted this black leather backpack. It was a mini one from Target. I wrote to the Tooth Fairy for that too, and I didn't get it. I was but I prayed and I hoped and I visualized before I went to sleep the leopard dress would appear underneath my pillow, because I thought the Tooth Fairy could just take the money she was going to give me for the tooth and go to Target and pick up that leopard print dress for me. I think about the leopard print dress all the time. It was this stretchy material too. It was so now it's just probably something you could get at Fashion Nova, which I love Fashion Nova, but I was oh, it was kind of everything back in the day as a kid. I was 10, so who was gonna buy it? No, maybe I wasn't even 10. When do you lose your teeth? I don't even know when you lose your teeth. I'm a mom, I guess I'll find that out, but I wanted it so bad. I believed in the Tooth Fairy wholeheartedly. stuff. So I think about that though, like we would get like $20 for like our birthday from like our grandpa or our aunts or something like that. But it's like, what is a child? Like, no, truthfully, like I don't know, because again I'm a parent, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. But like, why does a child need the cash? Like, do you teach them to save money just to teach them? Like, the principle of saving money, do you have them, like if they want a pair of shoes, they have to like save up for it, so you like give them money for chores? We never had that, so like I don't know if that's good or bad, but like the concept to me is like a little like foggy. It's like, if we needed new shoes, we would just get new shoes. But if we would like go to the mall, my mom would be like, okay, you can pick out like one thing from the store, or like two things or whatever, and that would be like our shopping. You know, we go shopping on the weekend, we get to pick like a new shirt or a new sweatshirt. When it came to back to school, we'd get like, you know, 5 new shirts, 5 new pants, 5 new pairs of shoes. And then as the year would go on, like if we needed something for school or something, like we just asked for it and we got it. Now, having said that, we were really good. Like we were really, really, really good kids. Like everybody would be like, oh my god, they're so polite. And I was just having a conversation with someone about this the other day. Like, I don't even know if we were like instilled like manners. Like I don't remember like being taught please and thank you. Like probably as like a really little kid, we like were taught that, but like we were just like nice. I don't know. I think it is like the luck of the draw when it comes to like children, genetics, their behavior. Like obviously it's parenting and stuff a little bit, but I think some kids can just be like so wild. I was around some kids a couple months ago and they were like screamers. Like they screamed at the top of their lungs, and I'm like, I asked my mom, I'm like, did we scream like that as kids? And she's like, no. And I think like, and they have a great family life, they have great parents, they have a great school, like they're great kids, right? But they scream so much and mock like every little thing, and I was like, what the heck? But I think it is kind of just like, I don't know, like in the child. But let me know if you've given your children money, and if you expect them, like what you expect them to pay for, like just things they want, like you know, like an extra pair of shoes, or do you like have them pay for like if they want to go to the movies, or is it just to like save money? I don't know. I mean, I genuinely am just curious because I have no idea how we're gonna like do all that and parent, but something feels odd about like giving a child money, like the tooth fairy. I mean, the tooth fairy is the tooth fairy, and the tooth fairy is obviously very baller, very bougie to just like be giving out cash. But I wonder if like the tooth fairy, oh, there's Santa again. Sorry, moving my stocking. But I do wonder if like the tooth fairy is still around. I mean, it seems kind of silly, but I don't know. So okay, let's talk about this for a minute. First of all, I freaking love Peacock. This is not sponsored, definitely not sponsored, but I love streaming, right? Like, we got rid of like cable. I used to have cable because I would like, you don't want to watch like The View. I know, who watches The View anymore? Like, The View is a mess, but I still like want to watch The View, or like Ryan and Kelly, which by the way, as I just shaded that, my dream job, I'm just putting it out there, is to do a morning talk show. I would love to be like Ryan and Kelly. I would love to be on The View, even though like I can't stand The View. That's like the dream for me. Or like Wendy Williams, Kelly Clarkson, Sherry Shepherd, Drew Barrymore. I want one of those shows, okay? Ellen. That's the goal. I don't know if I'm family friendly for that, but you know, Tyra, she had her own show. I could have the Trisha show. Adrienne Ballone, she was on The Real, and I think The Real just went off the air, but she just announced that she's gonna be the new host of E! News, and I was like, oh, dream career. Adrienne Ballone has like Ballone, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. She has like the dream career from day one. She was in a girl group called 3LW that I was like obsessed with. I think she might be a couple years older than me, but I was like so jealous of them. They were so cool and so pretty. They were like, I'm sick and tired of the promises. No, I'm not the one. Say it again, just say it again. Like, I loved it. You do or you don't. You do or you don't. You will or you won't. No more. Baby, I'ma do she's really close with Adrian and does her makeup, and she does her makeup so beautifully, and I know they do great things together. Like, Adrian is such a beautiful canvas, and my friend is such a beautiful artist, and they're great together, and I love it. I just love girls supporting girls. I got so distracted. I am so sorry, but Peacock, back to Peacock. Where did that come from? Oh my god. If anyone gets an award for just going roundabout and talking in circles and talking off track, it is me. Hi, this is the Tingles and Triggers podcast. It's supposed to relax you, and the only reason it will relax you is if you are into fast and chaotic whispering. Sorry about that. So anyways, long story short, I get streaming now. Love streaming. We do the Netflix, we do the Hulu. Hulu is like our go-to. We do HBO Max, we do Tubi, we do Vudu, we do it all. Specifically now we are doing Peacock. Peacock is great. I believe they have the Lopez versus Lopez show. I believe we watched the Tiger King series, Carol versus Joe or something. We watched Angelina on Peacock. They have some great limited series. The Paris Hilton cooking show on Peacock. The Paris Hilton in love show. Peacock. Peacock. Is this triggering? Anyone has this trigger word? Peacock. But Peacock, serious now, like getting fucking serious. Shame on you. You're so fucking disgusting. I haven't even seen it yet, but I don't want to see it. This is even more disgusting than Dahmer on Netflix. Like, okay, like the fact that Dahmer is getting renewed on Netflix, disgusting. I don't care how well it did. Okay, you put out the series, made people aware of this, the racism in America, the indecency, the homophobia, all of it. Like, great. Okay, you put that out, the awareness is there. But to go to a second season of it because it's popular, it's gross, it's like platforming, it's like it's giving a fandom to an actual monster, a serial killer, a disgusting, psychotic, like murderous, like person who tortured people. Like, it's disgusting, but probably equally as disgusting as Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, they did a scripted series. Okay, whatever. Peacock is giving Casey Anthony, the real Casey Anthony. They're not doing a movie on Casey Anthony because it's disgusting if they did, but they're giving Casey Anthony, like the real person, a docu-series on Peacock. Like, how fucking disgusting. I do not care. Like, what is just the only thing that would justify this, if there's a confession from her, okay, to platform someone like Casey Anthony, which is like what are you doing? Like, this person should be like rotting in jail, and yet now they're like platforming this person. And what is platforming this person does? It's glorifying them. It's letting people, like, it's letting her live in like infamy. It's like giving her some fame, giving her a reason to like make money, make a book, all this stuff over like a disgusting person. Because regardless of this outcome, right? Like, regardless of what the outcome was, like, all of it, like partying while your child is missing, like all of it is like disgusting behavior. And it's like, it's deplorable that they did this. Like, because guess what? Now there are going to be people that like write to her, that like make funny TikToks about her or something. And it's so gross. And it's like beyond like, I don't understand. Because it's not just like part of a series, it's like her series. It's like there's promotion for it, there's glorifying her, there's making her like this figure that'll be like infamous. And it's just like, this is the problem. When I saw I believe it was the Parkland shooter, they had the victims' families speak to him directly, and they were very unhappy with the outcome of the verdict, of the judgment. And a lot of them were trying to make the point, like, hey, like, no one's gonna, like, they didn't want to say his name because they're like, no one should remember you, no one should get to know your name, like, you are disgusting. Because like, people commit these disgusting acts. I can't even everyone I know is like, she's like the nicest person that has met her. I knew someone that did her hair and like, she's so sweet, she's so humble, love that. But this just sounds like boomer to me. I never want to get to the age where I'm this person where I'm just like, whatever the new thing is when my daughter is my age, right, 30 years from now. I have no idea what it is. I don't even know if social media will be around, if it'll be a new type of social media or who knows what. A virtual, like maybe people don't even was so sweet and so humble, and it was like literally like the nicest person I ever met. I was so intimidated by her. She was just like beautiful and nice, and her mom was there, and I just met her super briefly, but she came into the room and said hi and introduced herself, and she was actually super sweet and nice. And you know, when there's drama or controversy surrounding people, specifically like wealthy people love to like dogpile and really like just like publicly like just beat them down, right? Like they want to bring them down notches, and I don't know if that's just like human nature, like wanting to see people fall or whatever, but at the end of the day, you have to remember, like, everyone's a human, no matter how beautiful, skinny, rich, famous, whatever you think is like the ideal, which those are, I guess, ideals to me as a little kid. Like, everyone has their shit, they all have their issues, and like we all struggle with mental like health problems. Again, I'm not speaking on their behalf, I don't really know, I don't know how they dealt with any of it, how strong, I don't know. I'm just saying in general, human beings can only take so much. Like, okay, like you do something wrong, you face, you know, you have to face the punishment, you have to face the music, you know, you just have to deal with consequences in life. Fine, okay, but like let them just deal with the consequences. It's kind of like when people want to hold other people accountable, and they want to be like, we just trying to hold you accountable. Let the universe do it, let karma do it, okay? Because the universe has a way of working everything out for better and for worse. Someone puts out negativity, the negativity comes back. Someone does you wrong, wrong is gonna get back to them, and you don't have to be the person to do that. You don't have to be the person like throwing stones, okay? What is that saying, right? You point one finger and you literally have three more. I'm at the three right here pointing back at you, like literally. That's why I got out of this drama game and talking shit about people and like looking for people's demise or looking for every single fault, because like, you know, I'm like finding skeletons in closet. Meanwhile, I have a whole bucket of bones. I have a whole pirate ship of like skeletons just in my closet, right? Just waiting to have like that little latch unlock and all the bones come out. It's just, I was the last person to be judging anyone.